I'm going to saute pork with the fruit and some cream de banana liqueur. I'm going to season the pork with salt and pepper, put it in the coconut flour. That'll give it a little coconut flavor. And everything in here, you see, can be eaten raw. So I'm really not going to cook it much. Put a little salt and pepper on the pork. Do that on both sides. You can either use oil, which I'm going to use, or butter if you like that flavor, but I keep away from the butter. But butter is better. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to shut the camera off now, and when I start, it'll be the exact time it takes to cook everything. I'm doing this recipe again because I screwed up on the video last week when I made it. Have the flame put on for a couple of minutes. Put some olive oil or butter. Raise it up. This is how long it's going to take. Not long at all. I took this and pressed it into the coconut flour. Turned it over, did the same thing to the other side. You may think that the pan's a little small, but what's going to happen is this will shrink rather quickly. And we're looking for just to get color. Then back onto this plate, as soon as I get color on the pork. It's not going to take long to cook that pork. Remember, pork doesn't have to be well done anymore. That was like back in the ancient times. So we're going to have pork that's a little pink on the inside, nice and juicy. Well, maybe I will shut the film off. I can only say this with this point. Just color it on both sides and take it out. And then we'll redo, then we'll finish up. Yeah, it's been a few minutes. Nice color on one side. I can smell the coconut. Now you can see there's a lot of, that shows you it's not cooked yet. When this is firm to the touch, and this piece will be the first one that'll be done. So we let these others just cook nice and easy, not too high of a flame. Notice how a lot of resistance there, a little less there, a lot less there. That is really raw inside, and this one also. So when you're cooking items like this, you have to look at the thickness of every piece and don't just cook everything the same amount of time. I'll give this another like 2 minutes. That piece is ready. And to prove it to you, what I'm going to do is cut that and show you. You can see how juicy it is. So that is done. It's only the amount of pressure needed . And this piece is ready. And when we put the fruit and vegetables in here, we're not going to change this pan. I want the flavor. For another minute, that's coming out. Just once again check. You get used to doing this after you do it a couple of hundred times. This piece is ready. And this is good. Now we go get the vegetables. We're going to give this about a minute alone in there without the fruit. Because once we put the fruit in, we're just going to toss it a little, get that banana liqueur, and we'll be done. Now this has to be seasoned like everything else when you're cooking. You can't just season one item, so we put some nice sea salt in there. Very good sea salt. Not white looking, which means it hasn't been processed that much. And some more black pepper, unless you like white pepper. And do this for about a minute. Like I said, everything could be eaten raw, but you know what? When you cook this just for a couple of minutes, you can smell everything. Now I'm going to raise the flame, because with the fruit, we're going to be quick. The banana, that's one banana, whatever the size is. Why do I have so much? Because I love fruit. And this is going to be, and there's the cranberries for color. This is going to be my breakfast. This is like 10:30 in the morning. And when I get started during the day, and I'm very active outside, I get lazy later and not in the mood to make a video. Now you can cut the amount of fruit, but let me tell you, this is a breakfast. I have my fruit, a little bit of veggies, and my protein, and no carbs. Now we will take the pork, just to warm it up, and well, whatever juice is on the plate. And also put the banana liqueur, let it ride all over the pork and down. The pork is going to sit on top, because why cover those beautiful looking pieces of pork with the fruit? Not that there's anything wrong with the fruit. So now we have to get a clean plate. Actually, this is for 2 people. Smells great. It reminds me of eating bananas Foster for dessert, but this is not dessert. Banana liqueur smells so good. And if you see the amount of juices that are in there, that's beautiful. We don't want to break down the fruit too much, just to get the pork hot. So we will take the pork now off once again. Shut the flame off. And that's pretty, look at that. Now, if you notice, like everything else when you cook, shrinks up a little. So this is and the pork. Don't complain that I'm eating and tasting. And there you go. Sauteed pork loin, flavored with coconut flour, banana liqueur, and the rest of the ingredients. You want to sprinkle some chopped parsley on there and sliced up scallions, cilantro, whatever you like. I hope you enjoy.